love you. Put no other girl above you. When you had a long day, baby, I know how to touch you. And when it's time to make love, I'll take care of you. When you're ready, let me know. I'll never let you go. You ain't gotta cry no more. I know that you've been going through something. I know that you're still dealing with something. Give me your heart and never hurt again. Just give love one more chance. He was a lame, he done messed up. Got out the way and the real one stepped up. Know you been going through some things and it's been hard. It's a lot to ask, but baby, don't put up that guard. You been praying for something really seeing this short. You feel it in your gut, you better not ignore. Don't listen to your friends, what can they really say? Remember that misery loves company anyway. So you gon' be okay if you ride with me. I will never disrespect you and make you feel lonely. I know that man came to break you down. I'm here to restore your love, you and be your homie. So lay your fears down to the side. Show you the real, you ain't gotta hide. So baby girl, I'm ready when you ready. I'm here to really hold you down, don't you forget it. I know that you've been going through something. I know that you're still dealing with something. Give me your heart and never hurt again. Just give love one more chance.
Oh my goddess.
And we say I'm trying to do this for a while.
Girl, I can't wait to smoke with you. It's all that I've been thinking.
Fuck this. Oh, we out there.
All right.
Oh, we out there. We in there.
We fresh. We fresh
So
right
good.
now.
Hey, put the contraband up.
You know what I mean?
All right. Yo. So, welcome to the Aura versus your boy I Am Mora, presented by Live and On Point. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. This is the only place where you can find that premium entertainment, so you might as well like, comment, subscribe. Do they got a bell notification on YouTube? I mean, on Facebook also?
Do they?
No, they don't have it?
I don't know.
No.
Well, if you're on YouTube and stuff like that, hit that belly notification.
And make sure you follow Live and On Point, you know what I mean? So you can get notified for all of their podcasts.
For real.
Make sure y'all got Facebook notifications on.
Yes,
I know y'all
sir.
do because y'all be on Facebook dating, so chill out, okay?
Definitely.
Now, this is our second episode. We just want to shout out to everybody who showed a lot of love and support and came through on the last one. Definitely we're going to be pushing forward, and I just want to introduce once again the legendary DAYCREW.
DAYCREW.
Currently, they're working the night shift. Now, my man's on the side right here.
Fredo the guy. What's good? On the motherfucking gang. We in here.
Yes. I like that self-censorship. That's going to get us a lot of ad revenue. That's going to get us some ad revenue, okay? I got you. I'm sorry. They saw that pause right there. It's okay. All right, then we're going to go down to Dree, the astrologist, the alchemist.
They still playing with your name, cuz.
He did that on purpose.
Why are you doing this?
Hey, why did it go?
Dree the linguistic.
Man,
Why
you already know, man. It's Dree the astrologist, man.
Yes, sir.
People playing, man. Hey, for all of y'all that sleep on me, don't awaken.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Don't awaken.
Dree the narcoleptic sis.
Hey, let me tell you.
If you sleeping on me, I'm going to grab you the pillow bed
You know what I'm
mattress.
saying?
You know what I mean?
Hey, man, that boy
Little
Dree
mattress and
finna have a
blanket.
project out, boy.
Hey.
That shit finna wake y'all up, boy. What y'all talking about?
Give them
It's
king
called
size
alarm clock.
mattresses, a pillow, and a blanket.
You know what I mean? It's Mecca the Marvelous, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We here, DAYCREW 1/8, you know what I mean? Tuned into the night shift, you feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's P-Ro, Allen Pro Rock.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? Another 8th of DAYCREW.
AP.
Shouts out to Aura for having
Yes,
us
sir.
back. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt.
Yeah, together we have
We are half.
we half a DAYCREW.
Yeah,
of
half a
DAYCREW.
day.
We are half a
Today.
day.
Yeah.
Half a day.
Yeah.
This noon.
No.
This is the side group
We
noon.
link up in the night. man.
No. This is half a day in the Auraverse.
Oh my god.
That's what we.
Oh, it's midnight because we
Brent.
at nighttime right now.
We gonna
think
talk
you
about
onto
that later.
something.
We gonna connect that.
I think you might be onto something.
But everybody, right now, we're going to get into something you already know in the Orverse. Right now, it's all about providing clarity, and how we're going to go about that is going to be a very untraditional way. It may be entertaining, it may be uncomfortable. Either way, it's going to be profound. Because that's the minds that we have here right now and stuff like that. So first off, I just want to start off because we're going to talk about affirming oneself, and the reason why we're going to get into that is because of social media fooling people playing themselves with social media. But we're going to work our way into that. First question, starting with Dree, we're going to roll it to you. How do you affirm yourself? How do you build yourself, keep yourself solid?
Avoid distractions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll find it always there's always ways to distract yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with that, you need to occupy your time with something else. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much just need to fill in that space. Not necessarily find a substitute, but something to occupy that time.
Facts. Mec?
How I affirm myself. Kind of piggybacking off what he said. You know what I mean? It's more so for me just trying to keep my actions in line with my words. You know what I mean? Like I'm big on like it's not what you say, it's what you do. You know what I mean? So I always try to make sure my actions tell who I am more so than what I say.
I feel you on
that. It's hard. So what was the question again?
You straight. So it's how do you affirm yourself or build your image? Like when you look in the mirror, what makes you know you're solid? How do you remind yourself?
I mean, all what they said, basically, right? I'll be real with you, and like actually doing affirmations too.
Yeah.
Like talking to yourself and shit, like, and then reflecting on things that happen. You know what I mean? Like internalizing things, you know what I'm saying? Like not just going with the wind and like, ignoring all your emotions and shit like that. So
yeah. Man, you gotta take care of yourself, bruh. Like take care of yourself, just motherfucker.
Sorry. First dad joke. I got 3 strikes.
Oh man, 3 strikes. Okay. Yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta put yourself on a pedestal, protect your peace at all costs, and don't let nobody disturb that peace. Don't let nobody steer you away from whatever path you got going on and stuff like that. You need to, like I said, put yourself on a pedestal and stand firm with that. True. I know some people forget who they are, where they came from, stuff that they've done. You know what I'm saying? They forget and they get like, sad, depressed or whatever. Yeah. But you got to remember that, you are just as important as the next person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you want, in the spiritual aspect, there's a God inside of you. You know what I'm saying? You're made by the greatest creator ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and you create too, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just tap into that and just recognize where you came from and keep improving yourself and, remove anything that, you don't identify with, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't really, bode well with you.
That's one of them like Denzel Washington responses when you go to colleges and stuff, and you be swiping through and stuff, and you see him. He be like, "One thing I told my son back when I was 2." What? That man was wise from the beginning.
Back when I was 2, like boy, I had God's eyes back then, boy.
But one thing I will say
is, 2, I was 3.
I forethought my son. Okay, by affirming. But I do want to say, I like how Dree definitely set the tone for that response, because that was really what I wanted to get to, was affirming yourself based off of reflecting on your actions. Swiping through and stuff, and you see him, he be like, really, that's what I feel like some people are missing out on, and I'm glad that most of y'all resonate with the fulfillment of saying, I don't just affirm myself based off of things I'm supposed to say to coach myself into feeling good. I don't just say affirmations because here's some phrases I can build my self-confidence up with without actually working it. Because a lot of people's shame, a lot of people are in a lower state mentally, not because they don't tell themselves enough good stuff, but it's because you haven't done enough work for yourself that you should have been doing. Which is the thing is, people are redeemable. So it's not to insult anybody if they're at a lower status as far as the productivity. But like you guys said, I make sure my words align with my actions.
It's a lifestyle.
Exactly.
It's a lifestyle.
And it's like,
when you affirm,
it comes when it comes too. Like,
yeah,
it's different for everybody. Like, it could come when you're like 30. You can get it when you like 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or when you're like 50. It don't matter. You know.
True.
It's like, it's just
And
better late than never.
People will take care of like a prized possession. Like, you're gonna take care of your PlayStation. You're gonna take care of like your house, your food, or something like that. You're gonna take care of that, but take care of yourself the same way. You know what I'm saying? The same exact way.
People gotta take care of themselves.
You know what I'm saying? Like a trophy. Clean yourself up. Make yourself smell good. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and even with that too, it's like even like the era we live in is very instant gratification. You know what I mean? Like, everyone just thinks things can just come. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, like,
it's a process.
The creator gonna help you, you know what I mean, when you help yourself first. And people don't understand that. Like, a lot of people just think, you know what I mean, oh, I want to be good, I want to do this, but bro, if you ain't taking that step, bro, there's nothing around you that's gonna help you. You know what I mean? You gotta help yourself. And when people see you doing something for yourself, then that's when there's gonna be a movement.
They're gonna flock to you.
Like even like goddamn, when like you, like, let's say your car broke down on the side of the road, bro. Like, if you not finna try to push that car yourself, who's gonna help you push that car?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Even if no one comes,
literally, if you was by yourself, you know what I'm saying?
No. The thing that I will say is that, like, you know, also it being in moderation and being balanced, you know, because that's something that people have lost track of, because people have occupied one end of the spectrum, poor, so now I want billions. You know what I'm saying? There's these different extremes that people occupy because they see so much of that pushed out of people giving a perception of there's an extreme out there. You can manifest anything you want. You just got to say it, throw it out into the universe, and hopefully it catches it. You know what I mean? And it gives it back.
Faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a bar.
We're going to put the scriptures on the screen when I read it. No. The thing that I will say is, that being said, do you feel like, or do you believe this era of affirmations, you know what I mean, and getting too deep into it, doing it to such an extreme, is eliminating a healthy system of judgment? Nobody wants to judge or correct. It's just everybody is doing good no matter what you're doing, as long as you believe it's good. Do you believe that that's what has been happening?
Can you frame that question one more time?
Pretty much, like, do you feel like we have an era of affirmations? No correction, just affirmations.
It's both. I feel like it's both sided. Looking at
but like, do you feel like people are pushing away judgment? Like, hey, don't let nobody correct you. Everything you're doing.
Yes, definitely. Bro, and you know what I'm saying? Because, like, not everybody is meant for everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like you get in there and you know your purpose. Like, if, like, not saying that you shouldn't try, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, like, that'll be like the same thing as you saying, like, all right, say, for example, I play a sport, you know what I'm saying? I get there on a football field. I may be, like, more so of a basketball player or a soccer player than a football player, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, I just find my niche in whatever sport that it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's different roles for people to play, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always there's role players, and then there's stars, you know.
There's so many ways to make money, bro.
You feel me? And it's like everybody wants to be individual, like, everybody wants to be the individual star, but it's like, you know, you can't always be the star, you know what I'm saying? So you got to back up the people that's, you know what I mean? Some people and it's like, y'all make but you all together gonna make that working engine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have that oiled engine.
But the thing is, bro, like, because, bro, everyone want to be a star, bro, like, people will sink the boat because they not the captain, bro. But it take the whole crew to keep the shit running. You know what I mean? Yeah. There got to be a cook, because how you gonna eat if there's no cook?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If the mechanic got to be there to make sure all the electronics in the boat working. You know what I mean? It's all the system, because people just so focused on being the one. Yeah. The one needs y'all too. It's a system, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And people don't understand that.
You
know what I mean? Like,
that's
everything.
What I be trying to tell people, bro. But, like, everybody's so focused on, you know what I'm saying?
Or trying to be the boss.
You feel me?
And people don't even know what it costs to be.
You want to be singled out.
Know what I mean?
And it's literally, you pay the cost, but people don't know that cost. And it gets too costly. And then,
you know what I mean?
You know what
I mean? And that's the thing with, like, social media too. You know what I mean? It's a highlight reel. You know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna broadcast their failures. Why do people want to know that they doing bad? Why do you want to broadcast that I'm messed up right now? You know what I mean? So that's also, especially Instagram. True. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's like, it's a highlight reel, so people don't get to see the process. You know what I mean? Because the process is the beauty, but people want to skip the process. People want to skip all this other shit and just think that, oh yeah, I can just do this. My first step's gonna be the best step. Like, no, bro, that's not how this works. It might work for you, but for the most part,
that's like hitting a lottery type shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Literally, social media is the documentation of it, and people literally are just looking at the documentation and they're just like, oh yeah, I see that you done did this and that and this and that, and I want to be in your shoes. You know what I mean?
Facts. Like, and the thing is, you don't even know if they're actually in the shoes that they're showing you.
Exactly.
Too.
Like, okay, so y'all know what's that girl named Glorilla or whatever?
Yeah,
FNF. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, like, people be like, yo, she came out of nowhere. She really did this one hit and just blew up off of that. No, she's been working for years, bro. She's been working for years. She had songs after songs. She had a couple of albums and shit. Like, she been working. Yes, bro. If you go to Apple Music and you see she got a list of stuff way more than FNF. Way more. She's been working. Like, you're like, people don't realize, but they only see the that one good thing. That's why I guess that created this whole mindset of I gotta get it now.
But also, people are like making a movie. They directing a movie. Also, there's a large percentage of people who are eating off of people because they seem like something. Like everybody who's trying to sell you on bettering your life. Look at me. I turned $600 into $150,000. Through Forex, like, you know what I mean, or just like this perception that, look, I can get you somewhere because look at me, I have this house and everything. People can rent things, you know. People are hide the information of how you can secure items to make a perception because that's their business.
Perception's everything.
Perception's reality for most people, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you only know what the fuck I show you.
You gotta look at the bigger picture. Like, you know how they say, if you see a 6, if you on one side of a 9 and one person sees a 6, another person sees a 9, one of them motherfuckers is right. You're gonna have to step back, look around, and see maybe it's you on the wrong side of the drive-through or something. That's a motherfucking 9.
And not even that, but just like let's make it even more practical. If you got a report card and it say a 60 on it, and you try to flip it over because, hey, mom, look, like, it's really a 9 if you look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, and that's the thing. But like, also coming from that perspective though, it's like, do you feel like, how do you guys go about judging and correcting? I want to use the word judging because people hate that word, but that word is so much needed. If we're gonna have affirming, we need judging.
I feel like I guess like judging or creative criticism.
Nah, just call it judgment, bro.
I mean, I guess that's creative criticism. That's the you know, sugar coated whatever the case
sugar
may be.
off of that.
We drinking our coffee black today.
Exactly. We got people in here who diabetes runs in their family.
No cream.
But you know what I'm saying? I guess judging. It should push people to do better for themselves. There's judging where it's like, okay, that shit makes that person happy. That's not hurting anybody. It's not even hurting themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I play video games. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me because I play video games.
Let's talk about healthy judgment. How do you judgment?
If you like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you should eat a little more healthy. You know what I'm saying? Healthy foods, because like you can't even run like up and down. You can't run for two. 3 steps. You get winded after 5 steps. That's concerning, right?
Yeah.
So,
because the thing is, people have a lot of, and I'm gonna make this short though, but people have a lot of words to block you from, you know, correcting them. Oh, you're fat phobic. Oh, you're this and you're that, or you're this is, or you're that is. They don't even know much about these suffixes.
Got so many cop outs for shit.
Facts.
I hate it, bro.
People don't like to. I don't know. I guess some people feel already bad about themselves and they want to feel lower, I guess. But like, you know what I'm saying? I guess encourage them to, hey, bro, just please, because I worry about your health. Do something about it, please, bro. We can go out and go to the gym or something. Send some videos to motivate them. Send them something that'll give them the knowledge or the motivation, the energy to do something else. You know what I'm saying?
Now definitely
there's ways around here to help yourself. There's ways around here to help yourself. There's tools. Whether you feel like for me, I could. People would say I'm lazy, but like I got ADHD and stuff like that. And then like I took some medication for it, and I got so much stuff done. So I could just use that as a freaking tool to continue to improve my life. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta want to improve yourself. You got,
and also you have to be like, when you go into this thing that we call judgment, like me personally, I don't really get too much into talking about people's lives that I don't know. Like I just get a glimpse of it and stuff like that. Other than if you broadcast it to the public and you proud of it, people are going to have input because you're doing it proudly in public. That's just it. But I feel like when we have people in our immediate realm of effect, we need to understand that relationship building is amazing, but we don't build relationships in order to understand the dark side and the light side to only promote the light to that person and ignore the dark that they have in their life. And I feel like that's the thing that is coming out in social media, is the fact that it's not a social media or a grand, the whole world is going crazy. It starts in that individual household, that individual person. There's a lot of individual persons with a lot of people around them that will only affirm them. And the lack of correction, because the Bible even says, if you try to correct a fool, he'll hate you. Why do that? You know what I mean? Correct a wise man and he'll love you. Yeah. You know? Bars. And that's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
You're giving that man too many like crutches. You're not telling him he needs work. You just tell him he's fine. And then once he hits this cap that he put himself in because he felt like he doesn't have to improve anymore, you know what I'm saying? He can't do anything. Now he has to. She's struggling to get where he needs to go.
This feels like Bible study. Because it's that time. It's at nighttime.
That's true.
I mean,
that's ended by now.
That's real, bro. That's spiritual. That stuff is real.
Bro, definitely for real though. Bro, like when you end up like having to struggle, that's actually the most like that's the best part. You know what I'm saying? Because like you shouldn't have to get anything easy. You know what I mean? Like you should have wanted to work to get whatever it is that you got and get whatever it is that you deserve. You know what I mean? So,
you know what I think? My bad, cut you off.
No, you go. No, you
but like I think the biggest thing with that is like people are comfortable being stagnant, or people are comfortable being broken.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like even you know what I mean, because I'm someone. You feel me? If I'm messing up, if I'm not on my A, like I need people around me to make sure I'm on that. You know what I mean? But I'm the type of person that can do that because I'm not comfortable being not the greatest version of myself. You know what I mean? I'm trying to prove myself every day. But a lot of people, they so comfortable being quote unquote, let's call them lazy. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term, like they comfortable being lazy. They're comfortable being this. So anytime you try to say something, they're going to take it in a negative way, and you can mean it with all love. You know what I mean? But because they're so comfortable, they're just going to push it away. And it's like, if you're around me, you know what I mean? I'm only saying these things because I love you. Like I want to say anything out of malicious intent because if I'm doing great, why would I want to see you down? Like I want you to elevate and be the best version of yourself. And I see that you're not. You know what I mean? But some people, they want to be there.
But you know what I noticed? And I noticed this about myself, and that's what helped me continue to move in a better way. The same thing that we see other people do wrong, or the way that we go about treating other people in our friendships, relationships, it's a reflection of how you treat God. So like I was out here chasing people to be like, hey, look, I can help you. I'll comfort you. I'll be there for you. Right. Yeah. But the whole time I'm chasing people, I'm doing things that are just physical, surface. And the whole time I'm forgetting about God, who's the one that's chasing after me to do that for me. The only thing is, if you learn how to center yourself and not move so wildly and just stay centered and develop yourself and work on yourself, you'll cross paths with people. Like this is a whole ecosystem. And that's another reason why I feel like it's time to make people feel uncomfortable, a lot more uncomfortable, because we're in an ecosystem. The people have to understand your individual life does spill over into other people's lives.
Definitely.
And the thing is, we are in an era that our lives are so much more connected because of social media, but yet we want to steer away from relationships and communication and consistency.
No, I mean,
it's on social media.
People just want to be. People want to be online all the damn day. Like they don't want to be in person and shit. Like,
facts.
No, I mean, I'll even add on to your point. Is how you treat other people is how your relationship with God, but it's also how you view yourself. You know what I mean? Like I said a line. It was like, when I look into your eyes, I see myself inside. So if I take a shot at you, it will lead to my demise. You know what I mean? Because how I treat you is how I treat myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, that's why whenever I talk to anyone, it's going to be with love, because I know I love myself. So I treat myself a certain type of way. I'm going to treat you with that same respect. So I judge myself when I'm not, if I'm not on my ace. Yeah, no doubt. So I'm going to say that to you. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, they don't like themselves, so they're going to take it like that. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. Everything's internal, external. You know what I mean? If you don't love yourself, if you don't treat yourself like, like Fredo said, on a pedestal, like, I need this for myself so I can, you know what I'm saying, fulfill my purpose that the Creator has given to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna people aren't going to take it like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But if you love yourself and you know what you're doing and you're on the path to try to better yourself and you're on your path or you're trying your best to walk the path that the Creator is given for you to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people won't take it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now we're going to make an auraversal shift real quick. So, just have a little portal animation and stuff like that. And just a little science logo. Brain blast. But this lack of correction and self-worship has cultivated a generation to feel comfortable and a delusional level of pride, self-absorbance that has helped them reason that anything that they want, they can have. And not only that, but under the conditions that are assumed that they deserve it. And one of these areas that we see this happen in is partners. People believe in themselves to be more than what they truly are. And the Bible says that, for if a man think of himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. That's Galatians chapter 4, verse 3. They feel what's up? they feel like they can have anything that they can choose, any situation. I could be a sugar baby. I could get Barbies. I could get a Nicki Minaj. No, you can't. You're not the fisher of people. You can't catch anything. You can't catch a killer whale because I haven't seen you get a goldfish out of a bowl, sir. So I don't know about that. You could even get a goldfish out of a bag of snacks. Okay, so. but moving on to that, so social media is a huge instrument like we're talking about in this shift. So I want to ask you guys also in a reflective manner, has social media ever had you guys in that same position, thinking whether your options are limited or just in general, the way you were online was not the same as real life? There's never been a situation like that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No doubt. Tell us, what's up?
Bro, it's all the perspective. It's all of perspective, and they put you in their own spectacle. Mm-hmm. So everybody is showing you whatever they want you to see. They're showing you, hey, this is me, and it's literally for attention. You know what I'm saying? If they end up putting themselves out there more, like multiple times, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, then of course, you know what I mean?
I feel you.
Like, and I look into it because I'm a social type of person, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know like the extent to where social media can take it, because social media makes you unsocial, you know what I'm saying? Facts. Like it distances stuff a lot, and it makes things seem so far away. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the perspective that like some stuff puts you in, like especially if you fall down the rabbit hole of like rich nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're gonna get caught in that rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying? True. One way or another, you're gonna get caught down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, like have you guys ever had like a situation to where like, you know, the way people are interacting with you on social media had you feeling like, yo, I'm that guy for real, and then real life had to put everything into perspective real quick for you? Be like, oh, okay, I mean,
bro, maybe like one post where you get like a couple hundred likes or something. Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, bro, it's wild. It's going up. Like, hey, bro, bro, when I had that reel, like, bro, when I had that reel going, bro. That joke was funny, bro. Like, people was actually telling me, like, yo, you popping up on my Explore page. I'm like, bro, it only got to, like, 19,000 views. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I got like 350 likes or something.
Nah, but one thing that I noticed in myself, and I was never a person for the numbers, but when the algorithm start, like, manipulating things, I was feeling myself, feeling some kind of way. Yeah. Even though, like, I don't genuinely care about numbers, but it felt like the way that it plays on your mind, it kind of forces you. If you spend time on it, regardless of how you feel, you're going to grow a relationship with interaction. You may not notice it, like you may not be like out here fishing for likes, but I was looking at some videos that I had 400 views. I had 150 something likes on it. My latest ones, you know, they'll get like, you know, 1,000 likes or whatever, not 1,000 likes, but 1,000 views, but only like 64 likes. Mm-hmm. And I felt myself feeling some kind of way. And I was just like, wait, I gotta, you know, chill out for a second, because like it wasn't even about the numbers. I'm not even aiming for a specific number yet. It has me feeling some kind of way.
Bro, you know what's crazy, cuz? It's I was looking into like some psychology shit, you know what I mean, for working on something. And I started looking into like the experiments they did with like rats and pigeons and shit, like in the 50s and 60s and shit. And our brains aren't that much different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was an experiment they did with the rats where it was like they pushed this button, and if they push this button, like a pellet will come out, they eat it. And then they changed the experiment, or they changed the variable to it to where it didn't have like a constant. You press the button, you get a pellet. You might have to press it 5 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then, or next time you might have to press it 2 times. Next time you might have to press it 4 times or whatever, right? And when they did that, the rats became, once they knew it was like an undetermined thing, the rats started going crazy. Like it was pushing that button like 20,000 times in an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because like not the unknowing of the number that's going to get them that satisfaction.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's how social media works. Like it's all because again we're in a world now, an era where instant gratification is everything.
We're going there,
and that's why like on Facebook or Instagram, like we always look for something just to hit that pleasure center in our brain, and that'll keep us on that bitch. And that's what they want, because the longer that you on that shit, the more that shit's worth. The more clicks they get, the more that app is worth. You know what I mean? So like that's why like I'm gonna be on Instagram. You might look at you might be on your explore page. You might see a cute woman, whatever. Click her page, and it's like, all right, bet that's that pleasure center. All right, bet now I'm gonna keep going, because now I might need to look at a better bitch. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Big booty bitch.
That's what, hey man,
you know what I mean?
Hey man, they be reading all that stuff, bro. Everything you do, everything you click on, everything you take a long time, everything you pause on, they read all that stuff, and he was like, okay, he paused
They'll
on
shoot
this
it to you in 2 seconds
for 5 seconds or whatever. Then they're just gonna keep throwing that stuff at you, like they read that stuff, like
bro. I think they know a little bit more, bro. I think they be listening to like conversations, because like out of nowhere, like I'll be talking to the homies or whatever, right? Now this is the thing. On my Explore page, on my Instagram, I don't follow no like thick shorties and stuff like that, where all they do is post this, that, and the other, right? But it seemed like, you know, people say women that are my type, you know what I'm saying? out of nowhere pop up on my like Explore page. Like it used to be watches and rap. That makes sense. I like watches and I rap. And then now I get on it, and it's like I'm seeing Richard Mills, and I'm like, oh snap, that RM. And then some shorty, the Nurse Bay, and I'm like, and then there's another one. I
think Nurse Bay kind of hard.
Nah, but this is the thing. Like I be thinking to myself, like I was thinking to myself, like, why specifically the women that I like? They could have showed Asian women, they could show Hispanic. Like, how do they know? If I don't engage with that kind of material, how do they know this? So it's like social media, in a way, I feel like this is going to be a crazy thing also. I feel like they're forcing their relationship on you, like indirectly. They're giving you what pleases you, and they're taking more about you and getting to know more about you than you're getting to know about your entanglement into it. I mean, it's kind of like a spider in a web. You know what I'm saying?
You know how they know?
Talking that shit,
boy. You know how they know, boy? The way that they know
exactly
what you want.
You
smoke crack, don't you?
Nah, definitely, bro. It'd be so many conversations I'd be having, bro, where it's like we just talk about it, and not even on social media, Google, YouTube, they'll just start throwing ads your way. It's like I never looked this up.
Yeah.
I know what I look up.
Yeah.
I ain't look up this plugin.
I swear they probably do. I'm not gonna say probably. They listen
they
to you,
do.
bro.
No, they do.
They hear you, bro.
Bro, listen, bro. I am a conspiracy theorist.
You know when you
I believe in this shit.
No, bro. The app, the terms and conditions.
You know how you get on you know how you get on the app and they ask you, it's the app, you don't even need to talk on Facebook. You don't need to talk on Facebook.
Bro, that be asked permission to use your microphone.
For permission to use your microphone.
Yeah. So one thing I will say before moving on and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna throw this out here.
On your ass.
Do you feel like,
say no?
I think this is crazy, and I'm gonna say this.
Then you ain't gonna use the app.
So like AI and stuff like that.
AI. Oh yeah, artificial. Okay.
You want to know what's crazy though? I'm gonna say this. They found out so many ways on how to draw information out of a person and to make you display your behaviors online, and then collect that information to the point to where, don't you think that like they have enough information to start like simulating digital humans?
I think they're already doing that.
Because I mean, bro, you already know that though.
I feel like that's gonna be the next level of social media.
But I mean, bro, yeah, bro.
I'm not even like a programmer, but I already know from playing video games my whole life.
Yeah,
it's like they're only giving us like 5% of what.
Bro, let me tell you, bro.
Like you can make a whole.
You got these games.
AI that's like that thinks like a human. If you just program it the right way, it might take a long ass time. I don't know how they would do it, but like,
yeah,
bro, you give it all the emotions it commands and like all the shit that would make it like trigger and shit. You know what I mean?
No
like,
doubt.
All the tubes connect in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
That's
crazy. Of course.
Now got these games actually living their own life in their mouth.
I blame The Sims.
I blame Counter-Strike. They was the first ones that was like, they was like, yeah, we had it now to where like the AI can like duplicate like real player behaviors. Then they just skimmed over it and was just like, yeah, so when's the AK-47 coming back? I'm like, no, these are people. These are human beings. Yeah, no,
that NPC like, has a family.
No. One thing I will say, and then we moving on is
can't kill civilians in Far Cry. So.
Yeah, true. Nah. I want you to stop right now. But okay, so social media cleanse. Mm-hmm. Some will call it. I say it's vanity cleanse, you know. Social media is a neutral tool that bends on the spectrum of positive and negative. And the only thing that determines either or are the users. So if social media is bad, it's because society overall is bad. It's not Facebook itself. People have to occupy it first for it to have its reputation. Now, if it's progressively getting worse, then that's a reflection of something in us, and only a symptom to a deeper issue. And that deeper issue comes from people not heeding this right here. This is a warning. This is not even a suggestion. King Solomon dropped these bars. Mm-hmm. So Proverbs 14, verse 12. There's a way that appears right to a man, but the ends thereof is death. So you may think you get in somewhere with this. It may seem like a cool idea. Let's start this OF. You know what I'm saying? Anything. We're not going to get to that. That's the last episode. Check that out on the Live and On Point page. But moving on, also saying that if you're overvaluating, yourself causes relationships to die. If that causes relationships to die, peace to die, dreams to become unreachable because short-term goals are overlooked. If it causes you to miss out on opportunities because you despise humble beginnings, you are devaluing yourself. So you're propping yourself up on a pedestal just to get knocked down. The first shall be last shall be first. So where you at in this race? Because the race doesn't go to the swift, it goes to those who have endurance. And when the Lord prayed for one of his disciples before he left, he said, I pray your faith does not fail you, when the devil was going to swift through him like wheat. So y'all need to start thinking about what attributes, what traits are you really supposed to be looking at? Because you're looking at people who can flash it, but how many people are going to be lasting? Okay, there's a lot of people who pop up and they're like fireworks. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, a lot of y'all not on fire like a forest fire. You can't keep up. Even when they try to come against your blaze, are you still going to keep going? Because I've seen a firework. That's 30 seconds, baby. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And you can be the biggest firework, but you're never going to be a flame. So the thing is, you may initiate an explosion, but are you sustainable? There's people who may be candles and you looking at them because they only a little flame. But the thing is, they last way longer. 4 hours is better than 2 seconds. And you can pop and everybody think you pretty. But the thing is, you're not holding it down. You got to be steady and ready. You do? So
my bad.
You good. I'm going to finish this. So I just have to go into that. But remember, those who are humble will be exalted in the end. Pride comes before the fall. Perception is not truth by any stretch of the imagination, but your perception can align with the truth. Once you start to take the view through the true light that brings the intangible and untangible things into life, into fruition. You see, the thing is, I'm not here to talk down on perception itself, because by default, everybody has their own perception because we perceive, we observe. But we have to have the clear understanding that this is something that we have to make align. It's the neutral that we have to make positive. It's the neutral that can be turned negative. If you don't fall for something, you'll fall for anything. So what charge are you taking on? You know what I'm saying? So this is a question now, and this is something I feel really passionate about.
Yeah, we pardon.
Now, first part of the question is, can you call perception your truth? Do you call it your truth?
It's on me?
Yeah, it's on you.
I call perception because it's, how can I say this? It's like their truth is truth, right?
Yes, sir.
And truth doesn't need to be seen or heard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we might view situations differently, but there's always going to be fundamental facts about anything.
Yes, sir.
Something has to happen for people to react or perceive it as whatever you perceive it as. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I have my story, I have my way I see it, but there in any and every situation there are objective things that have happened for people to react. You know what I mean? And I try my best to take myself out of it. Sometimes it takes me a little bit. I don't really take in information at the time of. You know what I mean? That's something I'm trying my best to, work on, to take things in the moment of, and it doesn't take me 2-3 days to actually think about it or whatever. But there are damn, I forgot my train of thought. But things have to happen for you to react.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think that's what objective and subjective things are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah. I'm
true.
rambling.
Like there's things there's facts, there's knowledge, there's wisdom and understanding. And one thing that I want to say is that there's a lot of things that people are using to sound like it's interchangeable, but it's not. Knowledge is not the same as wisdom.
No, sir.
The thing is, a lot of people
speaks and wisdom listens, man.
Like wisdom is not the same as being intellectual. There's very simple things that don't take too much breaking down in order for you to gain it and be wise. And that's what I like about the Bible too. You know what I mean? That's what I like about the Lord. He breaks it down simple. Intellect is the ability for your mind to process information. Knowledgeable means you have quite a bit of information retained. Wise means that you have knowledge that is able to be applied. So the thing is, all those things act in harmony. But when you confuse all of them to be the same things, you're lacking. Now you only got one of the third. Because you're either going to operate in one or the other. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know that these are separate things. Now I say it like this. You get knowledge, right? Now intellectually, you have to know how to break it down. And then you have to be wise enough to say, is this knowledge that I'm given useful? And if you're able to do that, you will become knowledgeable in a good, efficient way. And then leading on, you will build your intellect because you will begin to digest the right things. Just like eating. People say they got food for thought. Well, shoot, you know what I mean? Let me digest the information you got. And if it's supposed to be a part of my spiritual diet, then bring it on, you know? And then wise is the application of this wisdom. You know better. You should aim to do better, you know? And I feel like that's the whole cycle of it. Sometimes I feel as though that people don't have that critical thinking stages, which is that filtration system. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I don't know if y'all know for sure, but I mean, y'all know my character. I don't be around gossiping. I'm not about to sit there and listen to it. I'm not a spectator of gossip. But that is my critical thinking, saying in the first stage of that is not knowledge that is going to be useful to me. I'm staying away from that.
Definitely.
You know,
you remove yourself from that. It's not a part of you. So you move yourself from that altogether.
Exactly.
You're not going to lie to yourself and be like, let me get into it. You're not going to do it for anybody else because you're focused on you and your, you know what I'm saying, your improvement and stuff like that. So that's definitely hold on to that, respect that.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, bro. Like, and then once you do hear something, because someone can piece together and present something that sounds really great, you know, it sounds like they're giving you information. But then you got to take that and you got to digest that first. That's the next critical thinking. Dissect what it is. Now, if it sounds appropriate, if it sounds like it's going to benefit, let's see what it is. But if it doesn't apply and if it doesn't work, if it doesn't have good results, then you dish it away. That's the second stage of critical thinking.
You know what else too? And even getting into that, like another thing too is this might just be a me thing. I always, when someone tells me something, I always look at where is this information coming from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because again, like a lot of times, like we just spew things that we heard, or you know what I'm saying, or things that we might hear that sound good, and then we're trying to, you know, act it out, you know, apply it to wisdom. You know what I mean? But who's the person that gave you this information? Who are they?
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of times, you know what I mean, like we be hearing a bunch of things that sound good, but the person saying is actually a piece of shit. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not finna listen to someone who's you know what I mean, for lack of a better term, like a bad person.
Yeah.
Like you were actually a terrible human being. Why am I going to listen to information from you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? You can't get fresh water from a saltwater river. You know what I mean? That's not how this works.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
But at the same time, anybody can teach you something.
No, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, like, I feel like
that can be true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everything is worth at least one listen. You know what I'm saying? Not worth it, whether it's worth a full listen or is, you know what I'm saying, what you really decipher or not. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, you're not really about to sit there and listen to something that's completely irrelevant to you. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to be like, bro, what am I really listening to right now? You know what I'm saying? You're just going like, all right, this doesn't apply to me. You know what I'm saying?
I also feel like that's the difference between hearing and listening too. You know what I mean? I hear anyone out. You know what I mean? I hear a crackhead out. I hear a prostitute. You know what I mean? I hear anyone out. You know what I mean? But it's just more so like You know what I mean? If I know I'm a freshwater fish,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really hard for me like to take in the information if this is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm always listen. I'm always hear it, but then I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because again, like Hitler might have had some good ideas, but Hitler's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to filter out the salt, bro.
You know what I mean? But that comes with taking things with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't take in nothing.
And also knowing that like
look into it.
You got to understand that what source, not even source in the sense of like, information wise, but I mean that too, but what source do they draw on that makes them feel to do what it is that they do? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I can be doing something at the same rate in the same capacity as someone else, but their fuel and their source is superficial. It's money, and they will use people as a means to an end. But since they see me working in the same capacity, they want to rock with me. But really, they using people. You know what I'm saying? Our source is not the same. We can put out the same, output and the same numbers, but the meaning behind those numbers being put out, the meaning behind that word can be different. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like you got to match the source. You know what I mean? And at the same time, people have to understand this too. You're not someone else's source. You can lead someone to the source, but the thing is, you are not it yourself, And I feel like some people get caught up in that. Just because you have 2 gallons of milk and stuff, you got it from your own farm. You got your own stock. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, when you walk out away from your source, you do not have the same access anymore when you depart from your source in order to get to other people. You bring people to that source. When my brothers come to me and they feel that I'm the solution to the problem, I have to point them towards God at the end of the day, because I'm not even my own source. You know what I'm saying? So how can I be that for someone else and understanding that?
Yeah.
We're all vessels that are being used.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True. So hey, look.
Hey man, that energy real, dog.
You know what I mean?
That energy shit real, bro.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
everyone's here to be used. No one's here to be misused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody has utility, And I feel as though that really getting to your purpose and understanding who you are.
Because your purpose, when you know your purpose, that's when you're happiest.
Yeah,
Right?
and also I say this: the value of something comes from understanding the purpose of it.
Definitely.
I can give anybody an iPhone, but the person who doesn't know how to even start it has not received value. And I think sometimes some people are trying to offer themselves up. Like I said, in this era of affirmation, you're not affirming yourself based off of your purpose. You're affirming yourself based off of just whatever in your imagination you want to come up with, And I feel as though that everybody has potential. I was actually speaking to one of my friends the other day.
Everybody has potential.
And I was saying, what's up?
I said, of course, everybody has potential.
Facts,
everybody.
Why'd you
every
into your
single
mic like that?
Everybody got potential.
This man over here
All
hunch
of
about
you.
Notre Dame.
All of you
Because I'm
got
Dree the
potential.
kineticist. And I like potential.
You matter, mother.
Yeah, say it with your head to the sky, boy.
Maximum potential. You feel
Yeah.
Maximum.
So the thing is, I was telling someone, when understanding that whole dynamic of potential and purpose and motion, it's really this. Some people feel, a sense of pride because their purpose is in motion. And I said this, you can have a $5 item that ships to you and it's working completely fine. You know what I mean? And then you get a box with an item that's $500. It has way more uses to it, but it's just a couple of pieces, are out and they're loose. You know what I mean? It's not fixed yet. But the thing is, it still has that same purpose. The thing is, some people are that package that has a lot of value. You just have some pieces missing, and it's not missing, it's just not put together completely. But that does not mean that your potential is lost. And people are redeemable. And I feel as though that you should the greatest affirmation above anything is the fact that even though when we were broken and we were lost, God still sacrificed himself in order to redeem that broken piece. So the thing is, that person may be looking at you, they're only a $5 item. And guess what? $5 item could do a lot if it put itself to work. But the thing is, do not try to discount somebody because they have not reached their redeemed state yet. There's some people out there, you're trying to get comfortable in your broken space. And the thing is, nobody's came to you and tried to put those pieces together.
No mas.
Some people have looked at those pieces being thrown together or separated, and they just look at what looks nice. And they try to use you and they break you further because they didn't put you together how you're supposed to properly. And since you weren't put together properly and fixed and made whole, now you continue to feel comfort and function in a malfunction and in disorder. And that comfortable state breaks you down. But the thing is, if people are using you for their own satisfaction and they're foolish because they don't know your purpose, your utility, then you're continuing to break yourself. Take yourself back. Take those pieces back. Some people got pieces of you and stuff like that they don't need. They got your time. They got your finances. They got too much mental real estate, you know? And I feel like this is for everybody in the audience that is at a point right now where they feel too broken. You still have the pieces and you can still redeem your pieces. Mm-hmm. And after you do that, it's going to be a process. You're going to have to track some people down internally. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to track some memories down internally. Mm-hmm. Figure out some problems. You're going to have to say, I apologize to certain people. You may be broken because of something you are overusing yourself. Mm-hmm. You thought yourself of a purpose different than what you were actually meant for. And you damaged yourself. But it's okay because no hope is gone. So I just want to say everybody's redeemable. You'll find your value once you're pieced back together because your purpose is waiting for you to finally tap into it. And you have time to operate. It could be 20 years. It could be 1 year, whatever it is. If you allow yourself to be used completely, wholly, redeemed, focused, you'll blow any doubt, any fears out of the water because faith is always going to be stronger than that. Mm-hmm. You see, there's some people, a lot of people
boy on his square, boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That boy on his square. I'm sorry. No, I'm letting Rice want him to know he on his square right now. I like it.
Everybody's letting this man go.
Well, one thing I do want to say is just like, you know, there's just a lot of people right now that once you do get to your purpose and stuff like that, just focus on it. Don't think about how much time or it doesn't look like something else. Let me tell you something. Somebody can be renowned in their city. The only thing is this. The world platform is not for everybody. The world platform does not matter. Most of the world does not care for themselves. And that's why fear dominates in numbers. But it does not dominate in strength. The thing is, the multitude of the fearful will not do anything against the few in faith. That's truth, you know? Because one will throw away 1,000 and 10,000. So the thing is, if you operate in God, hey, look, it took Peter to get 3,000 people. All I'm saying is if you really want generational wealth, the most valuable thing is a human soul. So if you really want to get on this generational wealth for thousands and hundreds of millions of years, and after this life pass, after this earth pass, I say you start talking to people. I say you start forgiving. I say you start forgiving yourself and start mending ties that have been broken, because that's where the value lies, is in the people. And that's what we're trying to get to right now, is the fact that people matter. Don't let social media fool you.
Definitely.
Know what I mean? And also too, like, God's never gonna let you be. I just seen this today on social media and shit. Like, God will never let you be comfortable where you're not supposed to be.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, y'all please keep that in mind to the people watching. You know what I mean? If you're not supposed to, if you're not comfortable somewhere, bruh, you're not supposed to be there. So don't get comfortable.
Don't try to get comfortable in nothing, bro. You know what I mean? Just get up there, go somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep talking. I remember I was talking to one of my homegirls and shit. You know what I mean? And she was, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was just kind of like, I don't know where to go. And I'm just, my only thing I could say to her is like, bro, just walk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because even if you're not comfortable here, you don't know if you're gonna be comfortable somewhere else, but you know you're not comfortable here.
You're gonna be standing it till you see something.
You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, like, even if you don't know where you're going yet, just walk. Because when you walk, you will somewhere along the lines, you're gonna find out where you're supposed to go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna know that. You ain't never gonna know if there's light at the end of the tunnel if you stay still.
Exactly.
And you don't like standing still. Your feet are tired.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So just walk. Let's take that chance. You know what I mean? Because stagnation ain't never did shit. Stagnation ain't never did nothing.
Yeah.
You got to do more.
At least, you know what I'm saying? If you walk in, at least you gonna see something different.
True.
And different might be better. Different might be worse.
Yeah.
But what are you willing to do? Are you willing to stay in your discomfort just because you're there, and you know you don't like it? Or are you going to try to make a difference and see something different just to see?
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Because you're going to suffer at the end of the day, but suffer for the good.
You know what I mean? Suffering means growth, man.
You're gonna
struggle to grow.
You're going to struggle regardless. So struggle doing what you.
The best thing about rock bottom, the only way for us to move is up. You know what I mean?
Bruh. I was listening to Presence today, bro, with me and Sense, bro. And I was like, I had thought about that one line that I had said randomly, because I had forgot the whole verse, and then I heard that one part, and I was like, whoa, what? But it was so long ago, but it was like, stagnation is never a destination, progression is what you make it. Doubt brings hesitation. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, if you don't get your move,
you know what I mean? And I started thinking about it. I was just like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But literally, for the fact that he just said that, it's just kind of like,
yeah, like so. Now we making a major reversal shift.
I love how you have all these puns.
Hey, we just want to take a brief second to just say shout out to Jay Lyric. Intimate conversation with Jay Lyric. The show, not only the show that is live streaming, broadcast across the world. To the nations. One of the top rated shows on Live and On Point. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're doing numbers. And the show coming up on the 13th. Wow. I better pop out because Jay Lyric is performing, bro.
I'm gonna pop out.
Look, I'm just saying, like, y'all can miss out if y'all can look. Hey, listen, I know there's a couple people that saw them highlights, man.
Don't sleep, bro.
I saw people who saw them highlights from one night in Harlem, and they was looking sad. So y'all better grab a ticket real quick.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up.
Get that shit.
What was it? Blue pill or red pill?
And also, I do want to shout out. We don't have a flyer for this. But Mecca's EP, that was nothing but slaps.
Boy, that Naraka joint?
Naraka?
Hey, yo.
Mecca, go ahead.
Hey,
go
yo,
to
y'all
Music,
peep that
Spotify,
Naraka joint, though?
Mecca, the Marvelous, and Naraka.
Mecca, the Marvelous.
Mecca, the Marvelous.
No, I got you,
definitely.
Man. It's a learning process.
Hey, we improving.
We got Mecca Weston here. The Rock is in the building.
Mecca Weston, the Rock, Naraka. If y'all don't know how to spell it, definitely out now. Everywhere, Amazon, Spotify, Apple, everywhere.
I'm talking about you will not be
your daddy house, your mama house, your girl house, your nigga house.
Listen, just surmising everything and wrapping everything up. We're just gonna break it down. Then we're gonna get to some comments if we can. So, the phrase "your truth," I say it's an oxymoron. That sounds like falsely true. Your truth is
a lie,
interchangeable with opinions, and we know that opinions are not facts. Frequently, your truth is used as a way to give power to what seems to be true, but seeming is not being. Therefore, it eliminates correction, because how can someone tell you that your truth is a lie if it's truth? Rather, let your yes be yes and your no be no's. Let's make a clear distinction. Let lies be lies and truth be truth. Perception is only a filtration system for the mind to determine what truth or lies will be accepted. Does anybody ever argue whether or not the filter is water or mineral? No, because the filtration is the indicator of two things that are separate, that cannot be compatible. It separates those things. So if the filter was ever water, or if the filter was ever the minerals, then it would cease to be a filter, meaning that you can only have truth or lies. And that's how that occupies. That's how that operates. The thing is, perception is surface level for a lot of people. What you perceive on the surface requires critical thinking to truly understand. The depth of truth is understanding. The more perception is worshipped, the more self is worshipped, the less we reach that depth, leaving us played by social media. Once again, gosh, I thought she was a little. But in the end, we're fooled by social media because we have not decided to wisen up while in the world, but rather we try to wisen up like the world, in the world, with the world. You know what I mean? Well, I said, but with the world. But it's be ye separate. Sanctification means separation. It gets no deeper than that. You have to flee from some of these things. I want y'all, all the viewers, your homework, look up 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 22. It's a banger.
They won't.
And that's the aim. That's the aim in the Aura verse. Don't think of yourself too highly. Self-deification is canceled.
What I mean? I just want to add this too, man. A lot of y'all ain't real in real life. Y'all only real on social media, bro. I want y'all to know that. Y'all are not real folks to y'all real friends.
Yeah.
Nah, man,
y'all are not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, dead ass. This has been on my heart for real. Like y'all
let it go, man.
Nah, for real. Because a lot of people like they use social media. Again, it's a highlight
reel. That
right?
nigga loot, boy.
Not dead ass, bro. Like dead serious.
Hey, bro, go ahead.
Play the song for
yeah. I know you're talking about, like, bro, like a lot of real nigga. Who's a real nigga in real life? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people put on that perception. You know what I mean? Because again, it's perception is reality for most people. It's not the truth, right? A lot of people be trying to put on like they this good person, bro. You are not a good person, bro. Most of y'all are not good people for real.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all do not check on y'all.
Y'all be
friends.
so fake, bro.
Y'all do not check on y'all strong friends. Y'all do none of that.
Fake, bro.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
we literally
people-
just
people
seen a
got
story
their
talking about
lives.
check on your strong friends.
Nah, dead ass, bro.
Yesterday.
Like, bro, you know what I mean?
Yesterday.
And again, like for me, I really check on my friends for real. I'm an energy person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I know something's off about you, I'm gonna ask you. I might not ask you in the moment, but I'm gonna text you like, bro, you good? How
Yeah.
you doing, bro? How's your mental? You know what I mean? I'll take the time to listen, and I'm gonna have that conversation with people. You know what I mean? But who's really doing that? You know what I mean? So that's being real. That's being gangster. That's keeping it G with me. You know what I mean? Being a real person. Who's
Being
really a
able to-
real person?
Being able to show your vulnerability though, like people was like
Yeah.
scared to show that they're vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like people were trying to be indestructible, and it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows at some point, bro, you literally going to self-destruct. You know what I'm saying? If you sit there and
You had it for
cap
self
the whole time, like
stuff.
you're not hurting.
And I
Like
just want to
everybody
say,
hurts at some point.
Facts.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to get canceled to all the self-deifiers out there and stuff like that. I want to say this very boldly and very strong from the.
I'm standing with you, cuz.
Just right, her. You know what I'm saying?
standing with you.
We stand with Aura.
Thank you guys. Let's get canceled together. So you are not God. You are not a goddess. You're not a queen. You're not a king. You can't even be a prince. And if you try to be an apprentice, they probably fire you then. In the process of applying, not even getting a job. Okay, let me keep going. I'm sorry. I was about to start saying, no.
I was about to hold the mic.
I'm about to wipe my forehead with my hair, just you know. But
Gonna hit him with the
because
I got the olive oil in the truck.
yo. But if you were a god, you're the god of your own problems because you do not create your own solution. Problems are caused by our desires, and we offset this by deciding to deny ourselves and choose to follow in a godly nature that is given to us graciously. Okay? You can't quit cold turkey based off of physical willingness, but through humility, humbling yourself, sow into the spirit so that the flesh does not rule over your future. Denying yourself takes humility, and pride is contrary, leading people to further into their self-destruction. Worship of self makes them justify the destruction that they don't see immediately. You should love yourself based off of our Creator's affirmations, not based off of your own criteria to affirm yourself. And if you ask me where I get it straight from the word. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God. I am the righteousness in Christ Jesus. And hey, a righteous man, he falls, but he gets up every time. That's what it's about.
Bible study, man.
Bible study, boy.
Nah, I stand with
Yeah,
you,
but it's
boy.
necessary though, cause like it's real, like it really applies. They really in these streets, man.
And remember, man, we are vessels to be used. You know what I mean? Everything that we do, you know what I mean, comes from Him.
Yeah.
You know, the Creator. You know what I mean? We are all byproducts of the greatest painter, the greatest artist, the greatest creator ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just recognize that, like, everything that we do is we're a vessel to be used. You know what I mean?
True.
Like everything that we do, whether you're creative, you dance, you write, that was given.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You were blessed with that. You know what I mean? And just as much as you were blessed with it, it can be taken away.
True.
You know what I mean? So just always remember, bro, we are vessels to be used, and everyone's here to be used. Just no one's here to be misused, for real.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Is there any comments we could probably that was
Yeah, man, let's talk to the people, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in
Yeah, no
the
doubt.
whole way, man. We definitely appreciate y'all.
What's good?
We want to
You know
get with y'all.
I've been putting them up on the board, but I ain't been letting y'all rock because people just been mostly
reacting
with aura, saluting what y'all been talking about. So
Thank y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, this is the Bible's.
There haven't been no pushback, you know. I'll put this back on the screen. I can get the ones who took the time out and type something. Maybe you can see it.
Say nothing. Hold on, can I read it?
Yeah, you can.
Nothing better to learn from than other people's failures.
Oh yeah. Cause when y'all was like, you know what I'm saying, you know, you don't really listen to crackheads or some shit like that or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I said I don't listen to pieces of shit.
Okay, that works.
You know what I mean?
But
he'll take the time to hear anybody.
I'll hear
out.
anyone out, but if you
But
were actually a piece of shit of a human being, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, if I gotta clarify, it's like, again, if you a killer, don't tell me how to save people, bro.
Oh yeah.
Don't.
Some of the worst things happen to the best people.
But hey,
you know what I'm saying?
what if because that killer is such a good at killing,
I listen
he
to
know
a
how to
killer
preserve
about
life
how
too.
to kill people.
Yeah.
he know how to preserve
You know what I
life too. You know what I'm saying?
You know what he's talking about there, huh?
He like,
Just don't do anything you see me do. That's really what it is.
he's like,
Of
if you slice
course,
this right
motherfucker.
here, they'll die. So don't slice that right now.
I will say this though, like even when it comes to you know what I mean, like learn from other people's failures, you know what I mean, it's kind of like, damn, I forgot my train of thought just that fast.
You
bro.
learn from other people's failures.
I forgot my train of thought just that fast.
Learning from people's failures.
Yeah.
I had somewhere I was gonna go with that. You know what I mean? Some people learn. There's two types of people. You got people who have to go through shit and people who learn from people going through shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And depending on how you're wired, you might fall between one and the other. You know what I mean? So
some people don't like to listen, but they have to see it for themselves. They have to
hard head make us all fast, my boy.
It's sad, but some people really have to like deal with it themselves. Like no matter if you got the prior knowledge and you try to tell them, bro, they just like, I just gotta see it. You know what I'm saying?
Superman complex.
And when they see it,
like that, bro.
Superman.
Like I'm real close to some people like that, bro. It's just like it's like you don't heed warning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like to an extent to where it's like you're literally being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? You're literally being ignorant because you're just ignoring what somebody else is trying to give you as, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's
I actually got something too. This just popped into my head also. Man, let me get the full chapter though. They just trying to give me one thing. Okay. How do I get to the full verse? But yeah, shout out to everybody who has been here for the whole broadcast. If you have, really, right here, what it's saying is this is Proverbs chapter 5, verse 11.
Bless you.
God bless you. It said, at the end of your life, you will groan when your flesh and your body are spent, and you will say, how I hated discipline and my heart despised reproof, which is also correction. And that's really what it is like. And I never heard somebody say spent your body. You spend money, you spend time, but a lot of people are out here using their bodies and putting wear and tear on themselves. And they're just doing whatever it is because they like it. And this pleasures me, this satisfies me. But at the end of your life, it says you will groan. What's up? Second Timothy. Yeah, that's the one I shout out.
Oh yeah.
So that right there made me think to myself, man, we really got to get on it, you know. But yeah, shout out to everybody who entered into the Aura Verse. It's the only place where you can find that premium Aura. Oh wow. And to see boy I am Aura, you know what I'm saying? And here we are separating from the world. So come through that portal. Yeah, get away from the nightclub. You know what I'm saying? And
Amen.
And this is the thing. Let's go.
Everybody,
no. This is the thing too. If it makes you, feel uncomfortable, we're glad. There's a godly sorrow that leads to repentance, you know. But there's a worldly sorrow in that destroys you. You know, righteous man falls, he gets back up. But a foolish man, a wicked man falls to his calamity. If you're operating outside of what you know to be the right thing, when you fall and you have your fall, you will fall to your calamity. Stay, and there's grace, and it's amazing. Because you can live your life messing up. Now the thing is, we don't continue to go out here and stuff like that. Grace is not a license to sin, you know what I'm saying? But we fall short daily, you know what I mean? And we try not to just keep on doing the same cycles. I've been caught up in cycles, but by the grace, I was able to, you know, escape that. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's time for us to make this escape. Everybody is in a culture of escapism and stuff like that. But the thing is, the true path of escape is through salvation. You know what I mean? It's not through entertainment. And the thing is, you're going to be a slave to something at the end of the day. Something's going to have you. Something's going to change you. Your TV has you sometimes. Your phone has you.
It's vices.
You know what I mean?
Not
vices.
Just me, boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, vice grips.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, and this is very, very serious, and we're gonna get on an evangelism tip and stuff like that. But the thing is, we don't know what happens after the broadcast ends. We don't know when we go to sleep or what's coming tomorrow. Now we have faith looking forward to the next day, and we pray everybody is straight. But who's ready for that transition truthfully and takes the time to think about it? I know a lot of people are thinking about their bills next week or thinking about the bills that just passed or how they're going to make it at the end of the month. And these immediate things need to be taken care of, and it's very real, you know. But in these times, I just want to say, like, the struggle does happen. The tribulations does happen. The trials do happen. But faith is going to carry you through it, even if you don't make it the way you wanted to make it. having the faith to say that whatever is going to come that is going to guide me or bring me a certain peace, I say be content. Like Paul said he was. He said, I had less than enough. I had just enough and I had more than enough. And in all places I was content. And I feel like that's really what we need. Social media has got us to a place to where we see so many things we never even knew we wanted. I didn't know I liked to watch this 3 years ago.
Definitely.
I
you
didn't
definitely
know.
were not wearing watches 3 years ago, big bro.
I was not into all that, but like,
you see that chain, boy?
Look, I don't even know, bro. I took my chain every time I walk up in the club. Hey,
let it shine.
Hey, look, okay,
let
maybe
it
a little
shine,
bit because it is hot. It is hot. Y'all feel hot? Is it cold now? Is the AC? You feel the current in the room? Oh, he anemic. He anemic. Let me chill out.
Looking kind of pathetic now. I ain't gonna cap now.
But
my hands got a little ashy.
Hey, look. Nah, you walked a lot. Nah, what's up, man?
Hey, wait, hold on. Why ain't it cold?
But yeah, definitely. But even shout out to the viewers. But I want to shout out to y'all being dedicated because, of course, I hit y'all with this out of the blue. But I'm glad that you guys have showed so much like dedication and like really wanted to do this with me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not putting y'all in the like greatest, like, oh, this fly, whatever. But this is good. This is sustainable. Shout out to Jay Douglas. You know what I mean, for providing this.
Out to Jay Douglas.
And one thing before we close. One thing before we close, I will say this. I met Jay Doug a while back. It was at this one talent show, right? And he was like, we was talking. He was like, hey, bro, I want to get you on the show. And that was years back, you know. But even through all those years and stuff, when he finally got everything situated and stuff, he came to me and he presented this opportunity, and he's worked with me in my absences as well and my inconsistencies. So I do want to say, Jay Douglas, shout out to him for being beyond solid, because there's plenty of people that offer you opportunity, but there's not many that will try to keep your opportunity in the spot while you fumbling yourself or while you're trying to get it together too. So hey, look, that's a real display of grace right there and patience. So shout out.
Appreciate the platform.
And shouts out to you, Aura, bro. As long as I've known you, bro, you've always been someone who's always been passionate and always try to be or not even try, you being progressive in everything that you do, bro. So the fact that you even thought about us to put us on this type of platform, bro, like I can't even thank you enough. You know what I mean? I'm getting a little emotional right now. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? We appreciate it. We definitely appreciate Jay Doug and Live and On Point for providing the platform. You know what I'm saying? For our thoughts to be heard. You know what I mean?
Always. You
know what I mean? Like, it means a lot. It means more than I can ever show.
You give me pioneer vibes. Like you
definitely
pioneer out here.
Hey, definitely, bro. Keep pushing, man. Look, keep pushing and doing what you're doing.
This gonna go down.
You know what I'm saying?
Day affiliate. He's a day affiliate.
I'm saying he's like an hour. He's part of DAYCREW.
He's like an hour of the day.
An hour of the day.
You have your special hour. Yo.
He's hour a day.
He's from the night branch. The night.
Hey, nah, bro. Like
12 a.m.
No doubt,
man. Love every single person in this room, bro.
No doubt. So with that, just want to say, y'all stay rapture ready, get ready, because y'all sure coming back, dog. So you might as well pack up your bag. The party's happening. I don't know what's happening Saturday, but I know Christ's coming back. So we're gonna wrap it up right there. Shout out to my big bro Jay Lyric, Jaiquan, Ronnie, Patrick, Brandon. Much love to my whole family too, and my amazing mother. I'll catch y'all later.
On the gang.
Much love.
Much love to my whole family too, and my amazing mother. I'll catch y'all later.
On the gang.
Much love. Get the gap.
That was great.
Baby, I know that your boy was a joke. He can't do what I can. Take a chance with a real man. I know how to love you, but no other girl above you. When you had a long day, baby, I know how to touch you. And when it's time to make love, I'll take care of you. When you're ready, let me know. I'll never let you go. You ain't gotta cry no more. I know that you've been going through something. I know that you're still dealing with something. Give me your never hurt again. Just give love one more chance. He was a lame, he done messed up. Got out the way and the real one stepped up. Know you been going through some things and it's been hard. It's a lot to ask, but baby, don't put up that guard. You been praying for something really seeing this short. You feel it in your gut, you better not ignore. Don't listen to your friends, what can they really say? Remember that misery loves company anyway. So you gon' be okay if you ride with me. I would never disrespect you and make you feel lonely. I know that man came to break you down. I'm here to restore your love, you and be your homie. So lay your fears down to the side. Show you the real, you ain't gotta hide. So baby girl, I'm ready when you ready. I'm here to really hold you down, don't you forget it. I know that you've been going through something.